in the paragraph, we have a controlling idea, or topic sentence, main idea statement, however you want to look at it, okay? So, your main idea of that, or your controlling idea for that paragraph is what?
You don't always have to give homeless people money.
Okay. So, you don't always have to give money. So, when you're coming up with that controlling idea, you're thinking to yourself, what are some supporting details, or what are details that will explain or support this idea? So, the whole point of that paragraph is going to be about you not having to give them money. So, what is your next thought, or what are some ideas that might come under that umbrella?
Okay.
Well, let's look at what you already have on the paper.
You don't have to give them money, just motivate them to get a job.
So what I hear there is the topic, or the main point there is motivate. You can motivate them. And you said you can give them a note. What else? What are some other ways we can motivate them?
Having a little talk with them.
Okay, so you can talk to them. Anything else?
Okay, so motivate, talk. That's all I could think of.
Okay, so what are some other things you can do other than giving them money? Because you have motivation. What are some other things you think that you can do for people that are homeless to help them?
Give them food.
Okay. Anything else?
Okay, it's food. Shelter.
Okay. Anything else?
Food, shelter. Water goes with food. Shelter.
So now it sounds like you're talking about the basic needs, right? Although food, water, and shelter is what we learn in science, when you get a little bit older, you'll learn about hierarchy of needs, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And one of our biggest needs before we can learn, before we can do anything different, is we have to feel safe, secure, and okay within ourselves. So that goes back to like that mental. So motivation would tie into that. Does that make sense? So basically, you're talking about giving this person basic needs. I'm going to make sure they feel safe and comfortable. That's motivation. I'm going to make sure they're full, their tummies are full, right? That's food or water. And then I'm going to make sure they have shelter. So once I give all of these things, then that person will be okay. And we actually heard about that in one of the clips. You remember which clip talked about that?
It wasn't the one with the lady said Jesus gave up because it wasn't that one.
It was the PBIS video that we watched, where they talked about, it was the PBIS video, and when they talk about, and that article from Hawaii, where they talked about what they're doing. Like, they're not really worried about them getting off drugs. They're trying to feed them or make sure they have these needs, their needs met. Does that make sense? All right, so going back,